everybody. I'm Larry Ridley.
Larry, we are at the foot of the Rockies as EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the picturesque city of Denver, Colorado. Tonight, we kick off a new NFL season with the opener for 2016 between the Carolina Panthers and the Denver Broncos.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And Charles, this is one of those inexcusable special teams penalties, an out-of-bounds kickoff.
Pressure, pressure, pressure. Sometimes errors occur because of situations.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And, oh, a little spin cycle. Room to run now. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. And a nice little start to the career for the rookie here, hitting the end zone in week 1 of his career. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. Room here to run. A nice. Pick up there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
So this game's not very far along, and he's already found the end zone once, and now he started this drive with another big gain, another first down run. I've got to wonder if I'm the defensive coordinator, what do I do in this situation? It's only the first quarter, but do I go ahead and sell out and try and slow him down and make him beat me another way? Because the risk is if I don't, he ends up having a monster game.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to maneuver. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, he knocks him over. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 5 at the 4.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there. And they'll go with a ground attack here. Oh, he bowls over him. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. And they'll go on the ground. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
For me, that was an example of why offensive linemen might want rearview mirrors at times, because you have your assignments to block.
There he goes left side. And a cut to the right and some open field here. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. Now with his... After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got some space here. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Now they'll run it on the toss. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
A reminder coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of our first half.
LR, that's my man.
That's your guy. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
He's quite an eyeful, isn't he? Big, strong, physical guy. When he came out of school and when I looked at my draft board, I went back through my notes to see how I had him rated. The number 2 back on my board coming out of college. Why? As I mentioned, big, strong, powerful guy, faster than you would think, and has the ability to catch the football out of the backfield, something that we didn't know he truly possessed. We saw that in the offseason workouts. Now he's putting his running ability to good use in the NFL.
And now they're in the hurry-up.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 46-yard line. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with 3rd and just a couple.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle.
And he's going to be taken down here. Back across midfield, 3 yards away from... Panthers are going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Remember, gone is Britton Colquitt, so here's Riley Dixon to punt it away. They'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. And it's fielded at the 34. And he's going to get into the end zone. So the fake spike works, and they score. A great effort there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. Here's Riley Dixon now. Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40, the 40-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They come out here in the eye. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense. Still first down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Stays on his feet. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. They get the penalty yardage back plus a yard. 6-yard gain, and it's 2nd and 9. And they're going to speed things up here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to roam now. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday. All right. Now they'll run it on the toss. Trucks through him.
Oh, man, right through him.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Not an ideal spot to be on first down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we've got to throw it in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in 2nd and manageable.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to bowl his way in for a Panther score. A great play there with an unbelievable 5th touchdown of the game. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all...
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see when they come.
And now the rookie's free. The 20. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. Joining only Gale Sayers, his men with a 6-touchdown performance in a single game. And he just tied the NFL record on that 5th rushing touchdown. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And with that carry, he has done it. He breaks the single-game rushing record.
How about doing it in the spotlight of our game? How wonderful is that to see all those yards accumulated, culminating in a brand new NFL record.
Fighting him off.
Just ran right through the trash.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Back now at the home of the champs, Sports Authority Field in Denver. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to work. And he'll cut it to the... And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there. Setting the NFL mark with his 7th touchdown of the game. Well, there it is. After number 5, we were wondering if we would see it, and he has broken the NFL record with his 6th touchdown in this game.
Let's face it.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They'll give it to him right up the gut. A strong running. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. Extended. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Denver. This is brought in at the 21. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Panthers will get it here as they take possession. Now the Broncos defense coming back onto the field. And with this deficit, let's be honest, it's time for them to get a stop.
And partners, you understand very well from our time together and visiting with coaches, defensive coordinators tend to be a little more emotional, a little more high-strung than others.
They are.
I have a feeling that speech came out about taking a stand and bowing up in this possession.
Yeah, that's where this word pride comes out, right?
In a big way.
So Carolina eating some clock on the ground there, and part of why they were the NFC champs last year, number 2 as a team in the running game.
They played their identity last year. Offensive line, they could move people in the run game. Jonathan Stewart running it. Of course, big Cam Newton could be a short yardage guy. And remember, their head coach, Ron Rivera, a defensive guy. They love to run the football.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, and what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays, really hurts the team on defense. And he will lose
yardage here back at the 23-yard line. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Now they'll run it on the toss. They find some open field here. There he goes, right side. 20, 10, and he cuts middle, creating space. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And, partner, are you kidding me? With this game that he's having, we are in uncharted waters like we've never seen before.
Just think.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight.
Let's go, guys.
And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. Oh, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. Now the Broncos heading back out onto the field. They have not had their best performance tonight in this one, partner.
And you know it's tough, and I don't know how it is for you, but building towards a night game, that crescendo.
I didn't play.
But
you tell me.
But us get.
He's got daylight, and he cuts it right into space. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now they'll run it on the toss. Shreds the tackle. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
Well, anytime it's a toss or a pitch play, it's a battle for the edges. Who's going to control the edge of the line of scrimmage? In other words, can the defensive guys hold their leverage? What we were always taught was keep your outside arm or outside.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And now we've hit that stage of the game.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And an alley to run. And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. The 30. And he cuts it back right, and he's got a crease. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say.
Well, my friend, for the players, it's good.
All right, gentlemen, we've made way too many mistakes this week, okay? Football's a simple game, but you keep making these silly mistakes, we're not gonna win.
Come on now.
All right, small steps in the right direction. That's what we've been talking about. And you know what? Today you took
everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The story of their last game was the ridiculous amount of time this guy spent in the end zone.
So on fourth down, out comes Bradley Pinion to punt this one away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Now they'll run it on the toss. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got room. And he's going to cut it. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. Timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 8. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line. The 49er defense now heading back out there. And they gave up a touchdown last drive. You kind of need to hit the reset button after every touchdown given up, Charles.
I love that. And the way that you phrased it is perfect because from series to series, you can reset how the game is going to go. If you gave up a touchdown before, it doesn't mean you have to do it again. And if you made a great play before, you have to reset again anyway because they're going to attack. So I love the way you phrased it and put it out there. That's what they have to do in this series.
Not like when you're playing a video game. You can't hit the reset button here. Let's go.
No, you shouldn't anyway, that's for sure. Well, so much for all the time that you spend in practice because for offensive linemen and running backs to get in sync, that requires a ton of practice time, a ton of watching tape together, a ton of really getting to where you're thinking with one mind on every single play that's called, every single run, because you want to know how your guy's going to block it. They want to know how he's going to run it, what kind of cuts he's going to make, and it's really anticipatory. And when you're really locked in together, you know what he's going to do before he actually does it. On this play, that didn't happen at all, and that turned into a big loss. Oh, man, my stomach hurts just watching this team call plays. I've heard of going for it on fourth down in the red zone, but not when you're inside your own red zone. And, boy, somehow they take a chance here, and it pays off.
With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, what a move. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there with his 14th touch. opinion now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he gets this one away, and it's got some hang time to it. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And the dreaded face mask penalty, that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And it's such a dangerous play. Body going one way, and then your head gets yanked back the other. 15 yards is the right call.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And some space here. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
We really didn't have any doubt that he was going to be one of the top-rated rookies coming into the league, especially as a runner. And he's given us no reason to change our minds. That's a big-time run, and the production that he showed us in college is translating very well into the National Football League.
No gain on the play there, second down. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here, second down and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Partner, I think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day. But after that play, what do you learn? You can still make plays even when the other guy's having success against you.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Sheds a second man.
He's building up some momentum, isn't he?
That one good for 21 yards. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And a powerful stiff arm. It frees him. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. There he goes, left side. 30. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. On his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Panthers... So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll have excellent field position to begin this drive. Jeez, they don't even want to let their guys get a drink of water. All right, 3rd quarter, let's get to it. And this will be a touchback, and as we saw in week 1, the new rule, this one coming in. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation...
Touchdown, Carolina! A big play there with an unbelievable 5th touchdown of the game. And the Panthers add on to their lead. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to them a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic...
Carolina getting set to take the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Here's Newton. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. The four-time All-Pro, Navarro Bowman. In there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Now Newton. And incomplete. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. A huge loss on the play. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. Room here to run. And he cuts it out right sideline. Some space here. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. Joining only Gale Sayers, his men with a 6-touchdown performance in a single game. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. Showing some grits and some guts going for it there. 4th and goal, pounding it in. Carolina getting set to take the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up.
Well, sometimes there are plays that happen that just absolutely defy explanation. I mean, the way he was going, at some point, maybe they're not pursuing him.
There he goes, right side. He cuts right sideline in some space. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. Setting the NFL mark with his 7th touchdown of the game. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And that carry of 98. And the Panthers coming out now. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out. It's hard to stay mad at a player who fights for yardage, even if it's not successful. But on this play, I'm just looking at what the defense did. We always talk about gang tackling and getting...
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. So, Charles... Carolina getting set to take the field. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
And some room to maneuver. And now off to the races down the right side. And he cuts it left, and now room to move. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. Extending the NFL record with his 8th touchdown of the game. And the Panthers have got it on cruise control.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know there are plenty of people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out.
Here's Bradley Pena now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, let me pump out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
That's going to be a loss of 15 yards on the play, and that'll bring up a third down and very long.
I think if I could read the mind of the offensive coordinator before the ball was snapped, I think he's feeling pretty confident about his play call because he had good distance, good space away from his own end zone, could run pretty much what he wanted to. But after that run, that's a near disaster. They're back at their own 1-yard line now. So what do? Because now you've got clear space again. Because at worst case, you've got to have room for your punter to operate. And right now, that's all they're probably thinking about.
And he's got some space here. And now the rookie's free. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. A chance for us to look now at this 49ers defense. Yeah, this is an afternoon that they're going to want to forget pretty quickly.
And that's going to be hard for them to do because they still have to go watch film. And so someone's going to point out all the errors. But you're exactly right. Can they set that aside and get themselves geared up for a better performance down the road?
Maybe some of them at least have dinner to look forward to with their families after this one.
Well, I've got dinner to look forward to with you, and I know who's buying.
Yep, not me. And he makes it all the way down to the 19. A big play there for Carolina. 56 yards. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll wind up being a huge loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a second and forever.
Well, we all know that the instinct is to fight for every possible yard and try and pick something up. But every now and then, you got to know when to turn off your instinct. Okay, in this situation, find a way to go down and save some yardage. I mean, quarterbacks do it all the time, right? Play up, we don't have it, just take the sack, fight for another down. In this case,
and they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Aaron Lynch in there to drop him with his first sack of 2016. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to roam now. Down the numbers. There he goes. And a cut to the right and some open field here. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did.